Hey there, cats and kitties. I am the Blues Man, Johnny Blues, coming at you live to talk about episode 1 of season 3 of Shokugeki no Soma, San no Sara, or the Third Plate. I can't even tell you how thrilled I am that this show is back. I was literally I was wearing a stupid grin through the whole episode, laughing, chuckling. You know, Soma Yukihira is back, and this cat, I love this cat. The skill and precision that is on the one side and the complete obtuseness that is on the other side. He doesn't care thing one about the Elite 10, about, the bravado, the chips on their shoulders and everything like that. He just wants to go up against these guys. I mean, he apparently walked right up to them when they first came onto the scene and like, yo, let's Shokugeki, let's shake things up. And like so many, salt shakers and everything like that. And it's hilarious. Every time he has like this stark realization, like they just like bong, his eyes go white and like a chibi cartoon. It's absolutely hilarious. And walking up to Arena and talking to her by a nickname with this familiarity. She still wants to keep him at arm's length. But I gotta say in the OP, I like that the OP rounds out kind of suggesting like maybe she's gonna become fascinated with him through the course of this season. Calling back on her relationship with his father and everything like that. She'll be reminded of that maybe, and maybe he'll be reaching out to her. He kind of reaches out to her in the end of, the OP, the end cap of it, as if to lift her off the ground. And so I'm wondering if there's going to be a rapport that grows more tantamount in this season, which would be something pretty stellar to see because of the rivalry there. And, she was one of the first thorns in his side that, of course, he was completely oblivious to, but wanted to go up against the god tongue and everything. And so he walks up and he's pointedly going after this cat, Kuga, who's the 8th seat of the Elite 10, who kind of like, reminded me of like Cloud Strife meets the main character from Yu-Gi-Oh!, whose name I don't know. I've never watched Yu-Gi-Oh!, but I've seen it everywhere. Commercials on TV, posters, and such like that. I know it has a big time following. But, that's what he reminded me of, who's apparently a master in Chinese cuisine, Szechuan and everything like that. And in talking to Megumi, they reintroduce Hojo, and because of her broad talents, I noted that line because, wow, are they trying to show off that, yes, she is a broad. She's a broad, if you know what I mean. But she ends up taking Soma to this guy Kuga's, research area on Totsuki Academy, land on the property. And he's got just an arsenal, an army of dudes, these bald dudes, who are making up dish after dish after dish and studying and training and such like that. There's going to be this festival oncoming, the Moon Festival, and everyone gets to open their own booth, whatever their speciality is. And so this is how Soma figures, having been bold-facedly backhanded by everyone in the Elite 10. No, you're not going to Shokugeki with us. Who are you? There's no fame, there's no recognition, no reputation on your part. So he's like, okay, well, maybe we can use this festival to our advantage. And that's the singular we, in Soma's case. He's literally by himself. He wants to open a booth for this festival to try to go up against Kuga, thinking that if he makes more money selling plates, well, this will get Kuga to hold to his promise earlier on when they had that confrontation, saying, well, okay, if I see you have some sort of renown, if I see you got something to bring to the table, no pun intended, we'll Shokugeki. We'll have a showdown between us. It's just gobsmacking Soma as usual. He has no idea. He's all bravado. He's all cocksure, getting in front of this guy, getting up in his face. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. I have it all planned. I have it all figured out. I'm going to come and I'm going to meet you on that day, and that's it. We're going to Shokugeki. He leaves. Hojo's like, so what are you going to do? He's like, I have no idea. He's in class later with Arena, apparently sitting right next to her. Whether that was supposed to be set that way or not perturbs her, but she's like giddy at like the loss that he has of any hope but to do anything. And he's calling back over memories of time, you know, inadvertently being spent with her, and something triggers him, you know, in one of the previous seasons where he just got by the skin of his teeth because he utilized the through traffic coming to her place, which was like situated right next to his, with the breakfast, the eggs or whatever it was. And so he figures that's how he's going to corner the market. Like in this moon festival, he's going to get the place, like the adjoining booth set up right next to Kuga's. And he's hoping he's going to steal the foot traffic all over again. And then he finds out, adding insult to injury by the end, Arina lets him, you know, the tip of the hat to him. Oh, did you know if you don't make enough money, you get expelled? And he's like, what? You know, so I mean, it was a laugh riot again. I love this show. I love that this show is back. Seeing Nekumi, you know, one of my favorite characters in this, Mitsuru, has his back. The kiss-ass journalist, or ass-kiss journalist, if you want to rhyme, is saying, you know, because of the reputation Kuga has, maybe he can situate in the book that the journalism club or whatever is going to be putting together for the oncoming Moon Festival. They can primp, you know, Soma up a little bit, give him a little bit of a reputation, get some more attention drawn to him. And, you know, seeing Now and Nikumi going up against each other, the witchy woman and everything. Just, I loved it. I love that this show is back. I'm so excited. And then, of course, you get a tip of the hat in the OP as well as the ED, you know, to this white-haired dude who seems to be the guy that, you know, Soma's going to have, like, it's his chief rival. He's just starting out going up against Kuga, and I'm assuming he's just going to get by the skin of his teeth or find some way to falter out of the deal there so he doesn't get expelled or whatever. But this cat Tsukasa we see after the ED is over is his name. He's kind of smarmy too. He's kind of like, oh, I hope the booth is going to be prepared. Oh no, you know. It's like, okay, this is the threat someone's going to go up against. So, but it parallels. Their character traits are parallel. So that's going to be really interesting to see them both coming from opposite ends of the spectrum, the underdog and the elitist, you know. But in a playful rivalry, maybe, hopefully. Maybe there won't be any minced words or ill feelings between them. But it's going to be interesting, man. And I love that the show's back. I can't say it enough. Love that this show is back. It's one of my favorite anime of all time. And Soma, he's one of my top 10 favorite characters on my anime list. You know, just, I love the certainty, you know, like he's always unflinching. He never backs down. He never takes no for an answer. He's the kind of person who will not be defeatist. He's going to keep going no matter what. And every mistake, every misstep, every, you know, lesson is a lesson learned. And he takes that in tow, and he you know, makes that part of his repertoire, and he keeps going. And so he's inspiring. As comical as he is, as obtuse as he can be, he is an aspiring toward character, the kind of person we all would like to be in our better graces. And that's why I love his character. That's why I love this show. You know, I can't wait to see the foodgasms. We got a little hint of one with one of the Elite 10 having like made a cake or something like that. She's got a stuffed animal. I forget the character's name. And when they debuted all of the Elite 10, they were flashing the names up on the screen. I'm like, I'm not pausing this to try to read all the little text, all the little subtitle translations. If they come into the story, if they come into play and they matter, then I'll pay attention to it. But yeah, for a first episode coming back, it's like this show never went away, and I'm so stoked. I'm probably tentatively going to be covering this every week. We shall see if anything interferes or if I'm just not as into it as the episodes go on. It all remains to be seen, but this is the likeliest I can get for coverage, so we shall see. And I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments below what you thought about episode 1 of season 3. Shokugeki no Soma coming back with the third plate. Did you enjoy it as well? Have you loved the series like I have? Love or to hate it? Anything goes in the comments below. Just love having that conversation. It's all about the topic of talk and chatting about the stuff we dig. And this is one of them for me. I love this show. So yeah, otherwise that'll be pretty much it for me on this. If this video finds you well, and I'll catch you all later. Peace.